everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's so exciting to post another video after a long while, but guys, life happens, and unfortunately I wasn't able to post as much as I wanted this past week. I've been thinking about it, but one thing or the other, hi, excuses that we're trying not to we're trying to overcome. But like we know, Rome was not built in a day. These things are hard. Some days are good, some days are not good. So yeah, life happened and I was not able to do a lot of recording for my channel. However, I'm glad that I've been able to come out of challenges I've been having to get myself to do another video today. And this video, from the title, it's a video about my forex trading, and I think I'll be doing more of this. I've decided I'll be doing more of this. I tried to do some recording for sewing videos, and man, it's challenging. And I think that's another reason why it kept me from posting, because I was just trying to see how I can record good videos while I'm doing my sewing. But I think I'll let that rest for now and just allow this video to be focused on my forex trading journey. So guys, I actually passed my Goat Funded Prop account, and I will be taking you through everything. I passed phase one, I passed phase two. However, unfortunately, I didn't get a payout, and I'll tell you why. Please keep watching, like the video, subscribe, and follow me so that you also keep in touch with what I'm doing regarding forex trading. I will also be starting a challenge on my forex trading. This time around, I'll be using a PropFirm account. I'll be using a live account. So if you want to follow to get updated on how that is going, please do follow and subscribe. Yeah. So now I will like us to now go to the chat so that I can tell the story of my PropFirm and probably some background into my forex trading. But before we go into the chat, let me just quickly give that background. I started trading forex sometime, I think in 2009. That's when I discovered forex, and it was an amazing experience. I'm self-taught all through my forex journey. I'm self-taught. So I started trading in 2008, and I got lucky. My very first experience with forex, I got lucky, and I was able to withdraw quite a sum of money that I used to get my first car. That's how lucky I was trading forex. But since I did not get the skill and I didn't really understand the market, or I would say maybe it's because a lot of people did not know about forex then, we didn't have a lot of people enter, and the manipulation we see in the market today was not as much then as it is now. Now we see a lot of manipulation, a lot of inducements, liquidity. There's just so much, I think, entry into the forex market, and so we don't play like we used to play before. And I think one of the successes I had, I traded news. So anytime news is released, if it's good news for that economy, let's say for instance the unemployment claims for the US, if the news that is released is positive for that country, definitely the currency would do well. And so you know that, okay, this is the best time to buy, and it's always very quick. So that's how I got lucky and I was able to make my first withdrawal from forex. Down the line, I was unlucky and I lost a lot of money. I took a break from it and decided that, okay, look, this is just too much for me. And I think I started again in 2013 or 14. I'm not very sure, but I know I started again around that period to trade forex again, and boy oh boy, was it a bad experience. I lost so much money in forex and I decided to quit. And just to put it out there, Forex is not an easy thing. I know a lot of people may come here and say, oh, I'll get rich quick with Forex. Trust me. First, you need to get this skill to know what you are doing. Secondly, be ready to lose money, because I don't know any successful Forex trader that has not lost money. We lose money all the time. So if you know you're not willing to lose your money in Forex, don't even try it, because especially as a beginner, when you are learning, you may hear that, okay, you learn with demo, and then after demo trading, you go into a live account. Trust me, demo trading is easy. You will pass so many accounts when you're doing demo trading. But when it comes to the live market, your emotions are involved, psychology comes in. There's just so much with live trading. Your money is on the line. And if you are not disciplined, is the reason why I'm also trying to build myself up to be disciplined, so that if for any reason I need to trade the Forex market, I have built myself to that point. So that's my experience around 2013, 2014. It didn't go very well. Again, I stopped. Then last year, I picked it up again. And this time around, I say, get the skill. When you get the skill, build your self-discipline, because if you are disciplined and you follow your rules in Forex, you can make it. Forex is not about gambling. No. If you know what you are doing and you stick to your rules and you stick to what you need to do, the likelihood that you will pass and get funded and make withdrawals from Forex trading is high. I would say as high as 70%, because in Forex, there's nothing like 100%. Don't mind all these gurus that you see online that will tell you how, oh, I passed, I went from zero to maybe $10,000. I went from $10 to $100,000. Please don't be deceived by those videos. That is not Forex. That is pure gambling. So this period, I decided, you know what, invest in getting the knowledge. And that's what I have been doing for the past 1 year. Now, I've invested so much. Trust me, the amount of money I've invested into the education, testing prop firm, buying accounts to see if the strategy that I've been working on actually works has been quite a lot. I don't want to put a figure here, but I'll tell you that it is between $1,000 to $2,000. Not small money here in Nigeria. And so I believe that I have come to a place where I'm comfortable. I've been able to build my strategy. I've been able to get the skills needed. And I am now actually making profits, but I'm not profitable yet. I'll explain later, maybe when we go into the chat and I tell you the journey and the story of what has happened till now and how I was able to pass my prop firm account. So I have been able to build that. Now I want to actually start that journey, improving on my psychology, improving on my trading, and ensuring that I stick to my strategy. I don't break the rules, because I think that is one of the reasons why I wasn't even able to get the payouts from the prop firm, from the prop account that I passed. That was my mistake. And my emotions were all over the place. I was so excited. I just wanted to make a withdrawal. I was so desperate to just make a withdrawal. And that's backfired. And I've learned my lesson from that. And I hope this story is able to help someone else. In Forex, you need to have a strategy, you need to have your rules and stick to it. It's very important. Now, I think we can now go to the charts to see everything that happened for me in this particular instance where I was able to pass my account, what I did, and so on and so forth. So thank you. Let's now go to the charts. Okay, so this is me logging in to my Goat Funded account to take you through the process. But before I do that, let me just quickly share with you what a prop firm is. A prop firm is a company that trades its own capital in the financial market rather than client funds. What this means is that the company provides traders with capital and resources in exchange for a share of the profit. So let's say a company has some certain amount of money and you buy a challenge. That's what it's called. You buy a challenge. Now, if you are able to pass that challenge, the company now provides you with real money that you now trade, and whatever profits you make, depending on what you choose, you could take 80% while the company takes 20% of that money that they have provided to you as a forex trader to trade, and you have made profit on it, and so you share it that way. Some profit splits depending on what you go for could be 90-10. If you pay more for the prop firm account, you could even get up to 100% of the profit. So I'll let's go through that now. So this is my account. There was a time that Goat Funded was doing a promo. Let me go to the main Goat Funded platform so that you see the different accounts and what I went for. So this is the Goat Funded trading account. And at the time I bought the account, they had this promo where you could buy 3 accounts at the same time for a fraction of the cost. They gave, I think, about 40% discount. So I used that opportunity. I got a 2-step Goat Funded account of $5,000. And instead of paying $17 per account, I think I ended up paying about $15 per account. So I bought 3 accounts at $15 each. So I paid about $45 for the accounts. I bought 3 at once, and my target was to pass, of course, all 3. However, how was I trading it? I wanted to trade first with pass one, and then when I've passed that one, I go into the next one and then the third one. But this self-discipline that we keep talking about, what I did, I'm not really proud of myself. It didn't go well. But anyway, this is the account I got. The step 1 is the first phase of the evaluation, and the target was for me to pass 8% of the account. And then in the step 2, that's the second phase of the evaluation, I was supposed to pass 6% of the account. Now, while trading, I have to also keep in mind that every day I should not lose more than 4% of that account. In phase 1, same thing with phase 2, I shouldn't lose more than 4% of the account. Now, for this whole account, depending on the number of trades, you shouldn't lose more than 10%. Once you've lost up to 10% of the accounts, you've blown the accounts. So that applies to the first phase, the second phase, and of course the funded phase. This is when you are getting the live accounts now, this particular GOAT account. And of course, there's no time limits, as you can see here, and your payout is bi-weekly. And if you want an on-demand payout, you have to pay extra for that. We have leverage of up to 1:100, meaning that if you open a certain amount of trade, with this leverage of 1:100, there's a limit to how many trades you can open at the same time. Okay. And then the profit split I got was the standard one, 80-20, where I get 80% of whatever profit I make on the account, and then the prop firm gets 20%. However, if I wanted 100%, I would have paid more. But my target was at least just pass an account and get a payout. That was my goal. Now, they are currently running a promo. If you ever buy your account for the first time, you could get up to 50% off. So that's also another thing you can think about. Now, you guys should look at this. For me to have passed phase 1, phase 2, and get funded means I have made up to 14% on that account. And I actually did make 14% on the $5,000 account that I got, one of it. And I'll tell you the mistakes I made that I now lost 3 accounts. Now let's go back to my dashboard. Now this is my dashboard. Now, as you can see, I passed phase 1 and phase 2. That's this passed, what it means. I got 3 accounts, remember, but I have failed the first account. Yeah, you can see here, I passed the second account. I failed the third account. Now, this second account that I passed, that was phase 1. Then account number 4 is the phase 2 of the account. This one that I failed, this account number 5 now is the funded account that I now failed. Let's start with account number 1. So this is account 1. Let's look at the dashboard. Now, first of all, I think for this particular account, I was able to trade profitable for 6 days out of 3 days, because that's another thing. You should have traded profitably for at least 3 days for you to be able to pass this account, in addition to the 8% profit target that you need to make. So that means I had 6 profitable days, but look, I overtraded. See the number of trades I took. It's too much. It's really a lot, and it's not something that I encourage. Then another mistake I made on this account was that I was not following my rules. Now, what I did is, some of the people I learned from, I was busy looking at what they were trading and copying their trades. I'll copy and then put, forgetting that they are, first of all, they are trading with big money. When it now comes to, let's say, they will tell you, okay, enter at this level. When you enter at that level, they'll tell you, okay, we are risking 1% on the account to get, let's say, 3%. I'll follow. However, I will lose the 1%, and they'll come back to tell me, oh, they only lost 0.5 because they had moved their stop. You know, these things that the games these people play. So rather than believing in my skills and in my strategy, I was following them, thinking that, okay, these are gurus, let me follow them. Another thing that happened was, let's say they give 5 trades and I'm lucky to maybe catch 4 trades. The one that they will pass and it was profitable, I will not take that trade. And then the one that I took will now become a loss. So I was just all over the place, and it was ridiculous. Anyway, now this is the account. Let's use the calendar view to see. All the accounts I got, I think, on October 21st, 2025. Now, what can you see here? First trade was a loss, and that can be very discouraging in trading when, okay, no, sorry, that's not correct. I think I got this account during the weekend and around 19th of October. And this Sunday was when the market opened. I took this trade, I think so, because it's showing here that these trades were taken on Sunday. Now, see, in one day, even during market open, I'm taking 3 trades. That's not a good thing. And of course, I lost money. Monday, maybe the stress of losing this, I just gave Monday a break, and then on Tuesday I took another trade, again a loss. And I can assure you, these trades I took, I did not follow my rules, I didn't follow my strategy, I didn't do anything about what I learned. I was just following, how do I say, I would call them the people I learned from. 2 people actually. I really don't want to share their details here, but I followed them and I was trying to follow their trades. Again, like I had mentioned before, sometimes they will place trades, there will be losses, there will be gains, and then the one I took, then this one, see the profit, very little profit. And this one is just ridiculous. When I make profit, it's so small, and when I make losses, it's so large. And look at this, 5 trades. Oh no, my strategy, my rules is that I take 1 or 2 trades a day. I also do not lose more than 1% a day. If I lose 1%, or let's say 2%, I'll say it's because I like to take 2 trades a day, or maximum of two trades per day. So let's assume those 2 trades are losses. So that means 2% a day, I'm done for the day. I don't want to trade again. But with my skills and with my strategy, there's a possibility that I may make profit that day, and they will all be losses if I had followed my rules. I'll be talking about my rules probably in subsequent videos so that you understand how I trade. Now, 5 trades, and I only made this because a lot of it were losses. Same thing on the 29th and 30th of October. And then in November, it just got worse until this day. Of course, if you can see here, I lost 225, and that is more than, this is more than 4% of the account. Remember, you're not supposed to lose more than 4% a day. And if we look at this value represents more than 4% of 5,000. So guys, yeah, this account, I didn't follow my strategy. It was just a mess, and I have learned my lesson. What were the lessons? Over trading. 2, not following your rules. 3, when you are making profits, like my rule, when I take a trade, that trade should at least be able to make me a 1:2, meaning that if I'm taking that trade, I should be able to make at least 2% profit. And if it's going to be a loss, then it's going to be 1% loss, but my profit will be 2%. So that's the how I am supposed to trade. Don't worry about this win rate. It doesn't make sense. What is saying that, okay, I was profitable 50% of the time, but look at the value of the profitability. Let's say if every time I lost 1%, and every time I won 2%, this 50% win rate will now make sense. Meaning that for every $10 that I lost, I made $20. So if I have a win rate of 50%, it means that, let's say if I have a $100 account, if I'm losing $50, I'm making $100. So at the end of the day, I'm profitable $50. But that did not happen. And this is the overview of the trade. I really don't want to go into the details. That's why I gave the summary in the calendar view. So yeah, this is it. If we take a look from the first day, remember the first day were a lot of losses, and I started trading this account on the 20th of October. And so I started trading this account on the 19th of October, and we lost the account on the 11th of November. Not good at all in less than 1 month. Okay, so now let's go to, before I go to account number 2, because account number 2 was actually the account that I told myself, look, leave everything that you know, just stop following people and just follow your strategy. So let me go to account number 3 that I failed. Remember, I bought 3 accounts. This account, I did the same thing that I did on the first account. Now, looking at the calendar again, remember I bought all the accounts on the same day. I made 3 trades on this. So like I told you, I was following 2 people. So that account was one of the people I was following. This account was the second person I was following and trying to copy the trades of the person. This account did not even last 1 month. In 2 days, it was gone. Guys, see this day, 6 trades. How? God is just no. You see why I say in Forex, if you are not disciplined, Discipline is very, very important in Forex. Trust me. If you don't take anything away from this video, just know one thing: build a strategy, follow your rules. Do not, trust me, don't say you're following a guru. What they are telling you. And then another thing I want to also mention is that when they take losses, they don't advertise. But when they take wins, they'll be like, oh, it's everywhere. In fact, they'll do like 10 posts showing that win. But when it's a loss, in fact, you won't even hear their voice. So please, I'll advise you, if you want to trade Forex, learn it for yourself. Don't follow anyone, for yourself. Now, let's now go to the accounts that are actually passed. So this is accounts that after the whole drama of everything, again, remember, I bought the 3 accounts on the same day. Yeah, so this account, I tried to follow my rules, but again, human instincts, emotions, live trading is not the same thing as demo trading. Again, please, if you want to trade Forex, it is not 100%. You will encounter losses no matter what. Now, look at this. Let's look at the number of trades I was taking per day. Let's start with that. So on this day, I took 2 trades. 2 trades. Remember, I told you my strategy, do not take more than 2 trades a day. This is for October. And then for November, also observe, although these 2 days. Okay, I'll explain why I took 3 trades on this day. I'll explain. So for this other one, if you see 2 trades, 1 trade, 1 trade, 2 trades, so maximum of 2 trades a day. So for the whole of this account, I was able to stick to my rules and not allow it to, or what people were doing out there, to affect what I was doing. And again, I think it was when I failed that account that did not even last up to 1 month that I now started trading this one, because I had reserved this one. You know, I had mentioned that I bought the 3 account. My plan was to trade the first account, pass that one, second account, pass that one. But now what I now did was, the first account I dedicated to one of the gurus that I was following. The second account, I dedicated it to another guru that I was following. I was like, okay, if I take their trades, I'll be able to pass the account. If I take this one straight, I'll pass the account. And then the third one, maybe I'll now follow the best person that made me pass. That was the plan. Now, after I failed those, so I just advised myself, I said, look, do this for yourself. If you pass the account, that means you know what you're doing. Trust yourself. That was the best thing that ever happened to me. Now, that is what I did. Stuck to my rules. The only challenge I had here was risk. My risk now was not 1%, because of the desperation to pass the account. I think I over trade. I think I was taking even up to 2% per trade. But as much as possible, I did not want to reach this 4% daily drawdown. That was my target. So now, first day loss. It's not a good way to start any account, trust me. Your morale, but I stuck. On the second day, I think I took 2 trades. One was a loss and one was a win. Let's quickly see the 27th of October. Yes, this is it. So on the 27th of October, no, this doesn't look correct. Sorry, let me quickly check this. So if we see the calendar view here for October, 27th was when we made profits, and then 26th was when we lost. So let's look at that. Okay, so why is 26th not showing? Okay, this is, let's assume that 26, I think maybe the date I took it and the date that was actually credited on the platform is different. But let's assume now that 26 was when I took the account and maybe the trade closed 27. So this is the first one where I had a loss for the 2 days, and this is what I got. Second day, my target was to at least make the 3 trading days, I remember. So that was why when I made these 2 profit, I just stopped for that day. I said, let me at least pass one trading day. So that was the 28th. So if you see 29th, I took 2 more trades. Again, I risked half. This time around, my target was to pass at least the days for the trading days, 3 days, get that first. That was my target. Now I risked 1% here, then I got I think 2%, but they usually have commissions and charges. So the 100, by the time they deduct the commission and charges, that's why this 95.93, but it's approximately 2% of the account. So that was how I passed day 2, and I had 2 trading days in my belt. On the 30th, I took 1 trade. I lost the 1%. I was okay with that. I said, stop, you've gotten 2 trading days, so don't even go further. On the 31st of October, I made again I even made more than like 2.5% on the account. I now got my 3 trading days, profitable days. I had now passed that phase. The next challenge now was to actually pass the account by making 8% in phase 1. So that was now my target, because now I have passed the trading days of 3 days. Now is to now make 8%. 5th of November, I lost. Again, you see the strategy now. I was risking not more than 1%, about 1% of the account. If you notice, after this mistake I made here. And another thing with gold, when I trade gold, sometimes I find it difficult to calculate my stop loss. And this could happen. Yeah. The summary is that I didn't follow my rules here. Let me just be sincere with you. I didn't follow my rules here, so I lost this. I lost it. Yeah. Now, and then subsequently I said, no, look, if you want to be serious about this, you need to follow and stick to your rules and your strategy. Now, we now see what's happening. On the 5th day, I passed. I was able to get this. And then again, this day I had so many losses. I was just desperate to make the 8%. Guys, we are humans. If you see here, I was trying to stick to, when I took this gold trade, I was trying to stick to my 1%. Then I reduced it to 0.5. And then if you now see, another thing you should see is this particular trade, this particular currency, I don't trade it often. The currencies I trade are USD, JPY, Euro USD, Pounds USD, the yen pairs and the Euro pairs, Pound pairs are the ones I trade, and then gold and Bitcoin. Tell me what business I had going here. Again, it's the human nature. We make mistakes, and I have learned my lesson, like I said. And I took this heavy loss. I didn't let that deter me. Now, look what happened on the other days. On the 13th, I made good profit. On this day, I made good profits. Now, the reason why I took 3 trades on this day, if you see, at this point, I think I had passed the account and I had about 385. I only needed 15% to pass that account that day. I told myself, look, target passing the account that day. I was so excited. You see, I took the trade in the morning, 7:21 a.m. At 8:01 a.m., I had passed. Okay, I was almost passing the account. And when I saw that I only needed $15 to pass the account that day, I said, no. I now took this trade. I risked very small just to make this $15. So that was why I took 3 trades that day. And voila, guys, we actually passed the account. How many days did it take me? Let's go back to October. So it took from the 26th of October to November 12th. Because if you notice, some days I didn't even want to trade because I did not find, that's another thing. If you don't find your setup, don't stress. That's another lesson I've learned. Sometimes you always have that urge to want to trade, but that's very dangerous. If you know you have not seen your setup, please just stop. Do not proceed further. If you don't see your setup, do not proceed further. That's another thing. So if you notice this particular week, I didn't trade at all because I didn't find my setup. life also may have happened. Trust me, guys, I'm going through a lot personally. So maybe on this day, I was battling a lot of personal demons and I couldn't trade. But then I now, another lesson. If you're emotionally unstable, please stay away from Forex. That has also contributed to my not being successful in Forex this period. But I'm really, really working on my mental health right now. I'm working seriously on it to also help me to build this as a career. Now, on the 12th of November, I passed the accounts, which is what you now see here. And then my payout certificate, let me quickly bring that up. So if we go to my Gmail, yeah. So I was so excited. Yep, this is it. Phase 1 completed, proudly presented to Unoma Madunago Agriya, 5K challenge, dates. This was the date that I actually passed the account. Like you can see here, calendar view, November 12th was there, passed the account, and that's, okay, maybe, okay, yes, the certificate was presented to me the next day. Yeah, so this was, I was so excited. Trust me, when I saw this, I was screaming. I think my son was with me at that time, and he said, Mommy, what's wrong? I said, I have passed my account. I'm so happy. He was happy for me. Yeah. And now, so that is how we passed our first phase. Going to the second phase of the account now is this one. Yes, account number 4 is phase 2. Again, passed. I passed phase 2. The profit target was, okay, so if we go back to the first account that I passed, you can see here the profit target of 8%, which is what I got here. Now for this account, the profit target is 6%. Remember this? So this 6% now is here. Now, let's see how we did this to get this. First of all, again, remember the trading days. I was able to make the 3 trading days, and it took me 4 trading days. Now, let me also explain the thing about trading days. You should be able to make at least 0.5% profit that day for it to count as a trading day. So it's not just that I traded for 3 days straight. No, whether I made loss or not, no. You have to make at least 0.5% on that day for it to count as a trading day. Look at the number of trades I took, just 12. Just 12. Now, this is the calendar. Let's start with the calendar view. So this definitely will start in November, because I had passed that one on this day, and then on the 13th, I was given my phase 2 account after I was presented with the certificate. Again, I don't know what's wrong with me and starting trades with losses. I need to break this jinx, like seriously. So again, if you see here, this is about 2% of the accounts. I think I over risk. I was just so excited. I was just desperate to pass this account. Now look, now if I had stuck to my rule and just risked 1% per trade, like I said, these 2 trades now would have been $100 loss. But this, our discipline, we really need to do something about it. Now, on this day, I took 1 trade. As soon as I made my 0.5% for the day, that's this, in this case, it was 1%. I said, look, let this one just count for 1 trading day. So I stopped. On Monday, what happened on this day? Let's actually see the trading overview on this day that I took so many losses. Okay, this was 17th of November. I took 5 trades, for crying out loud. Okay, I think I had made profits. I wanted to make at least 2%. That was why I kept trading. Again, I risked 1% here, and I think I also saw a lot of setup. But sorry, guys, I know this is not my rules, and I wasn't supposed to do this. I think when I now got this loss, I was like, man, we need to recover this loss. So, and I saw some opportunities, and I quickly just took the trade so that at least it can cover up for this loss I had taken that day. And I also wanted to count as a trading day. After this two, if you notice, this is not up to 0.5% after this loss. So I decided to continue trading so that I can make that trading day of at least 0.5% for that day. So yeah, that's what happened. Now, on the 18th of November, I lost 2%. I just say, please, let me just rest that day. And that's what happened. I didn't trade again after I had done more than 2% loss on the account. And then on the 19th, I made 4%. This trade, it was a gold trade. The setup was amazing. And as soon as I took the trade, I just closed my laptop, because another thing with me was anytime I'm always looking at my trade, I tend to close the trades too early. That also has harmed me in my trading. If you have a strategy, if you've taken a trade and you believe in your analysis, you've done your analysis and you believe that it has gone well, please take the trade. And when you take that trade, if you have targeted, let's say 3%, leave it. This thing that I'm telling you has harmed me my profits ability in Forex. I'll have a trade that I have taken the setup and it's supposed to give me 2%. But because I'll be looking at the charts every time I'll open the charts, I'll look at it and I'll close it early. And then it will now go to my targets. It was very painful. It has been very painful. But on this particular day, I think I closed my laptop and I was just doing other things, taking my mind away from Forex. And then I made 4%. I was so excited. On the 20th of November, again, I think, okay, I had taken this trade, but I added to it. So if you see, there were 2 Bitcoin trades and I added to it. Now, another thing you should observe is the trades that, or rather the currency pairs that I trade regularly, I make good profit. But you see, when I now start jumping to things that I don't even understand, see this NAS trade now. I don't know the NAS market, but because I just saw one beautiful setup, I decided, okay, let me just do NAS 100 loss. This one, I wasn't confident enough. I just quickly, as soon as I saw this small profit and it had accommodated this other one that I had lost, I just said, let me just carry myself and go. And that's how I left that trade. And then this gold trade on the 21st of November gave me this profit that made me finally pass my account. Guys, this account, I was so excited about it. Ah, my God. So yeah, that's it. That's the summary of how I passed my phase 2 account. So now, why did I blow my funded account? Ah, it still haunts me till this day, guys. It haunts me. Now let's go to the account that the funded account that I just failed. This is the funded account. I think I was so desperate. Okay, for this account, there's actually no profit target. If you look here, there's no target. So for you to get a payout, you should at least be able to make $100 on the account. That's just it. Make $100, and then of course the 3 trading days. Now, what happened to me? Let's go to the calendar view. I made, on the first day of this account, I actually made more than $100. Trading day 1 done. Trading day 2, I just made $7.59 because I think I took a couple of losses. Let's look at the trading overview. Yeah. So on the second day, I took a couple of losses. I was just desperate to pass this account. Just see what I was doing. I was just taking trades. This is 1st of December, 1st of December. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's ridiculous. I was so desperate. So let's start from the beginning. So on this day, like you see here, I just took one trade and I made 122. When I made this profit, I actually thought I could withdraw. It was later that I now found out that that's rule of making at least 0.5 per day to count as a trading day also applied to funded accounts. And then day 2, on the 26th of November, I made this this represents up to 0.5. So that counted for me for trading day 2. Now see what happened to me. 27th of November, I took these trades. This one, this loss happened. And I just said, look, just close your laptop and rest. You've taken 2 trades for the day. I did that. I followed my rules. On this other day as well, see what happened. I made $7, lost this. I don't know what happened here, but I'm not sure what happened here. Maybe sometimes this time difference also affects the timing, because I'm not sure why I know that I didn't make up to 3 trading days. I'm sure of that, because you can see this one was not up to 0.5%. This one was up to 0.5% for the trading day. This one was up to 0.5 for the trading day. Now, if we go back to the trading overview, I was just so desperate. I just kept trading. See, 2nd of December, first of December, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, seriously, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 2nd, imagine the number of trades I was taking, for crying out loud. No. If I've learned anything, I think this is a good lesson for me. Before I knew it, I got the thing that I always dreaded. You've breached your daily limits. I had breached my daily limits for that day. I was sad. I was sad for days. I had made up to $180 on this account. I had made up to $100 or $180 on this account. 80% of that, or all I needed to do was just add another 25%, which is 0.5% of that trading day, and I'll make my withdrawal. Guys, I was sad. So this is my phase 1 completed, and then this is the phase 2 certificate. You can see here, certificate challenge completed. When you pass your phase 2, Noma Madna Gwagrea 5K challenge passed on this day. I was presented with this certificate. And then on, let's see, I even did my verification. All of this were my verification process. I completed that. It went successfully. All these meals here were my verification process. I was so happy. Guys, I was really happy. But when I lost the funded account, I just told myself, look, if you were able to make 8% on this account, you made 6% on this account, and then you made almost 4% again on that account. That means for this particular account, I was able to make close to 20%. All of this within a month, because from the first challenge that I passed, it took me from October 26th to November 12th. So that's about a month. Yeah. 26 is not to a month, close to a month. And then for the phase 2 account, I passed that account with 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I had passed that account. So that's, let's just say 1 month, I had made 14%. Now, for the account that I actually, the funded account that I now filled, you understand what I mean? So I had made up to, I think I had made up to $185, which is about, I would say 3% of the account, plus 14%, that's 17%, in about a month on the account, because I followed my rules. And yeah, this is the profit I made, okay, on this account before I now lost it in December. So the fact that I'm able to make 17% on the account I told myself, okay, look, you see Profem trading, keep it aside. Fund the account, even if it's $50, trade it with your strategy. Do not deviate. If you're able to trade it with your strategy and even make 10%, let's even say we are making 10% on the account. Just keep learning and keep growing. How many businesses, how many investments can you make up to even 10% per month? It's not there. Also note that some months you could also lose 10%. Don't get me wrong, you could also lose 10%, but the point is be consistent. And it's possible. I've just shown you how I was able to make 17% in a month on a 5K account. If we calculate that, that's almost $1,000. So let's say you have a real account of $5,000 and you're making 17% in a month. That month alone, you've gone home with more than $1,000. But this is just a scenario. There's also a scenario where you could also lose that $5,000. So any money you know you're not willing to lose, please do not put it in Forex. Do not put it in Forex. I carry God beg you. Your rent money, don't carry it and go and put it in Forex. Your feeding money, don't carry it and go and put it in Forex. It's a dicey game. I'm planning that if I'm able to raise maybe $50 or $100, I'll fund an account and then I trade that account successfully and see what I can get from it. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video. I was able to take you through my process and how it actually happened for me with my account. Learn from my mistakes, learn from the things that I did wrong. It will help you. I will do another video where probably I'll be doing my analysis and the trades that I'll be taking for that week. Thank you so much and see you in my next video. Bye.